I thought he had a follow-up quest, but he seemingly doesn't. But aren't there heirlooms in the game already? When were they added in? Gurf is my name, stranger. Gurf the Brave. These are dark days, promised one. The Morlocks are kicking our tails, literally. Unfortunately, more than just my ego has been bruised. While our relationship with the stilt-fin Morlocks has always been tenuous, never could we imagine that they would have the gall to attack us and steal from our food stores. Travel west to the stilting shore and recover our stolen foodstuffs. And if you see a dark-skinned Murloc with a patch of white fur stuck in between his webbed toes. I am Mordu, elder hunter of Silva. My brother and I were hunting in the woods to the east when we were ambushed by strange insect-like beasts. Such aberrations never been seen in azure mist. Could there be a sign of the coming apocalypse? Apocalypse that you are destined to prevent. You're truly the promised one. You will strike down the creatures of the apocalypse. You will strike the creatures of the apocalypse down, and bring me their hides. From their hides I can fashion armor of great power. Find them to the east beyond the road. So, one on either side. I always like the design of the OG Ravager. OG, yeah, well, Ravagers. They reintroduced them in WoD, but they have a different design to them. And they do it less for me. At least I want to say they had a different design. I'll be back. One sec. When will I get to fight that Blood Elf Bandit? I was wondering why you weren't running in. I thought initially he somehow didn't get pulled, but that's... Well, that would have been kind of crazy. Okay, here's some more Earth Root. It's not too WoD, I think, that we get the stack sizes increased, or we get the resource bank. One of the two, I want to say. Actually, it may be Legion when we get those. I can't remember. I want to say I remember them in WoD, but that could have been me looking at them during the WoD pre-patch. I don't know. Well, the Legion pre-patch, looking at them in WoD, you know? Or maybe I'm just mentally associating it with, you know, like late time in the garrison. Guff's dignity. You recover the piece of fur that Guff had lost in the struggle with the Morlocks. Turn the fur to Guff and let him know that the fearsome Wagurulog has been slain.
I'm out of range. That spell is ready. Yeah, I can't cast that. That spell is ready.
If this was classic, I'll be dead.
I can't cast that.
I may be dead yet.
That's still recharged. That spell isn't ready. Yeah. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Awesome. We'll head back and we'll turn these items in.
That spell isn't ready. Yeah.
Small eggs. Nice. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with Pandaria. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. Part of me's thinking, like, I could stay for the whole thing. It'll be nice to get to play through that again, and, you know, maybe I actually get to do the legendary quest this time for the cloak, and, you know, this kind of thing. Because I never really got to do it on Palanai. But I think I'm not. Part of me's wondering how into it I am, because I mightn't. Like, I'm basically second guessing how into this I am, basically, and I'm wondering, like, okay, let's say in the middle of it they come out with a classic plus server. Part of me might want to actually just jump over there instead, you know. So, yeah. But basically, part of me is thinking I'm not fully committed to Pandaria, and I may want to jump over to something like Classic Plus if they come out with it in the middle of it. So, but excuse me. At the same time, I feel like if I start this, I should try and see it through a bit, you know, actually, you know, get to the end of it. But I don't know. I'll play it as long as I'm interested. We'll go with that. I think I made sense there. I'm really paranoid of just being completely, like, nonsensical. Basically, I'm not sure how fully committed I am to Pandaria. It feels like it'll be fun for a while, but I'm not sure how, like, fully committed I am. We'll wait and see. And beyond that, like, I'm thinking, like, if they came out with a Classic Plus server, I may just migrate back to that. Because I had some good fun in Season Discovery. But then again, having to go through all that all over again sounds not as fun, you know? So it's not like I'll be just picking up Goric again. I'll be re-leveling back up to 60 all over again. So would I really be into that? So you know what? Let's just play and have fun. We'll worry about that when we have to worry about that. Merle kicked me in the behind and spat on me. Broad daylight. Delicious grain. Parkat will be delighted. Is that what I think it is? Gurf spits on the clump of fur and tries to fix it to the hairless patch on his backside. That's all I have to do for now. If we want shamans, we'll be able to repair the damage. I do want to get releasing this shortly, these videos shortly, because I want this is like a preamble for Pandaria. I want this done when Pandaria comes out. I don't want to have them both going at the same time. But anyway, here are the Ravagers. I actually rather like their design and their whole thing, you know?
Inventory is full.
There we go.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready. I can't carry anymore.
Creepy, you know, insectoid alien thing going on. I like it. Honestly, they could have actually reused this as a Zerg model almost. Oh, okay. I'm sure I'll get one soon enough. I think WoW announced a Legion remix or something. Which
Inventory is full.
I think they announced that recently. Could be interesting, but
I can't carry anymore.
oh yeah, remember the shaman's quests I mentioned? Yeah, leftovers of that over there.
I can't cast that. Inventory is full. That spell isn't ready. That's still recharged.
Ravager Cage Key.
I can't carry anymore. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready. Inventory is full. I need to get closer. That's still recharged. I can't cast that. I'm out of range. I can't carry anymore. That spell isn't ready. That's still recharged. I can't cast that. Inventory is full. That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that. I can't carry anymore. That's I can't cast that. Inventory is full. It's too far away. That spell isn't ready. I can't carry anymore. I need to get closer.
And also looking at the like cage designs are very like they just reused assets from standard WoW. They didn't design these cages any way differently, even though these would be Draenei cages. Wouldn't be able to place in Blackrock Depths.
That spell isn't ready.
It sounds like a bear.
That spell isn't ready.
Suddenly feeling better about SOD's production values.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, and actually, my mind drifted, and I was thinking. Remember, I was talking about Pandaria and getting to do the stuff there and whatnot. Like getting to do more the Pandaria raids at level, and like I've never done Siege of Orgrimmar. I was thinking, oh yeah, I've never done Gruul's Lair. I could get to do that. That's Burn Crusade. Keep forgetting what goddamn expansion I'm on. I think I'm gonna head to the Exodar and see if I can't pick up some bags. Might be able to get something useful cheap off the auction house. Could also try selling some potions. Good tidings, Paladin. I am Stilpine the Younger, heir to the throne of Stilpine. I am Stilpine the Younger, heir to Stilpine legacy. As you can see, my defenders have set up a death trap for the raving wildkin that attacked from inside Stilpine Hold. While we were able to hold them off out here, none of my defenders have been able to infiltrate the hold. If you could get inside and slay their leader, it might give us an opportunity to strike. Find and slay Umuru and destroy it. Find Chieftain Umuru and destroy it. Slay any crazed wildkin that you encounter inside as well. As High Chief, my immediate concern is the root of the corruption in Stilpine Hold. Why did the wildkin, once our allies, attack us? Why have they taken residence inside Stilpine Hold? Oh, I thought actually some of the tribe had corrupted, but it's the wildkin again. The furbolgs, for once, aren't corrupted. Amazing. I know, Timbermaw, but... like, my god. Also, I'm realizing how goddamn scary these are to look at. Like, that constantly hanging open mouth, those teeth just at you. And sometimes when I look at it, it almost looks like the mouth is like... I thought it was like protruding further. Like the gums were almost reaching out with the teeth at you. Like extending past, extending out of the mouth kind of thing. Ew. Like past the lips. Like whatever way I would see them sometimes, I thought that's how the model looked. Like, you've seen SpongeBob, yeah? I vaguely remember there was an episode where someone was like trying to gingerly bite at a patty, and like the way their like mouth was depicted. Yeah, that's how I was seeing these guys. But look at it. I'm like head height with its mouth, and I'm one of the Taller Alliance races. Imagine that in your face. Why have they taken up residence in Stilpine Hold? Perhaps something inside will hold the answer. Such Stilpine Hold for clues as to the source of corruption. They're ugly little creatures. Even the blind watcher could see them, and he's blind. Not only is the prophecy true, this armor is also amazing. Surely it is armor fit for a champion. I'll sell to you at discount prices for someone. I jest. The first piece is complimentary. You go, boy. Jesus.
Inventory is full.
Oh, I still have the cage key? I don't think it has any use beyond letting out that one Death Ravager. So... I don't really see the value.
I can't carry anymore.
I was second guessing deleting it, but okay. 6 overleaf. Yeah, no, that's good. I think it's going... the amount I can get is going up with skill level. which is vastly appreciated. Over the coming days, well, I have to deal with a course. I'm actually meant to be dealing with a course, studying for it. And there's just been a lot going on, and my head's just not been there. Um, Over the coming days, I have to deal with a course, but also try and get into that, the guild that's going on here, home. I'll try and get into that. Hopefully by the time this finally comes out, I'll be in, but who knows. They claim the quest is complete, even though I haven't found anything yet. Or even got inside. You know, it'd be nice to see, like, a progress report on zones. Like, how's Azure Mist doing now? I think in the Chronicles they have that kind of thing, but I'd like to see it. Like they do go around to different zones and talk about them, but then they come out with, you know, Alderman, that dungeon in Badlands? Yeah, canonically, no one's ever actually run that dungeon. Completed it. Canonically. It's been there for 20 years, but no one's actually ever beaten it. You know, the times you've beaten it and got the quest from it? Yeah, that's not true. It's a fiction. Yeah. I do dislike Blizzard, the Blizzard writers. They come out with shit like that, and it's hard to take it seriously. But yeah, canonically speaking, no one has ran Alderman. Even though there's quests that we've done for having ran it, where we copy these discs and all this, they decided that, you know what, no one's actually run Alderman completely. They all get stopped at some point, and no one's ever actually completed it. Like, they make some of the most random, like, lore decisions out there. I don't get it. Like, why put a dungeon into the game if you're going to canonically say no one's ever done it? Like, no, I'm not doing it. I just want to fucking throw myself onto one of those crystals.
All prices here are reasonable.
So you say. Ah, there it is.
Good fortune.
Greetings and salutations. I have news beyond both continents and beyond.
Open your heart to the light.
I'll sell this because while I may want to pick up tailoring later, that's later, not now. Huh, I can't auction this for free like I could before.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
May your days be short and your hardships many. It would be funny if there was like Eridar and that like merchants, like, you know how some joined the alliance and that was their alliance. They just had like harsher They just had harsher drain eye lines. Yeah, I think I'm using the old auctioneer add-on than what I'm used to using. Like, you know how like in the other one I could set how many stacks and all this? Here it's just this. Um, I'm gonna bring up Curse again and go for the other one. Because I like the ability to control how many stacks I sell. Because like, oh, I may want to sell one stack each. I can't choose. Also, really? That's the level you sell these potions at? That's actually beneficial to me because once I get to a certain alchemy level, I have to make potions of the next tier. Well, to make the healing potions next tier, I need the weaker potion. So I can buy them here really cheap, and then just level up off those. This mod isn't actually bad. It's just a flavor thing. Hmm. Um. I actually have the same mod installed.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Oh, okay, no. Seems like I can do it through here. So 5. Auto scan.
Arcanon Porus.
Okay, it seems like, yeah, they posted it as one each. And on the other one, I could buy from this page, I want to say, but now I can't. But yeah, there's different functionality between the different iterations, and it's kind of sad, because I've gotten really used to the other version, not this version. Seriously? It's only 6 copper, so... If someone will buy it at that price and give me a gold at this level, I'll accept. Container, bags. Okay, I could get some 8-slot bags, but that's it. Netherweave is a hell of a lot more expensive here.
Remember the lessons of the past.
How could I forget? Keep bringing them up. Okay, I'm gonna look something up here. Professions, alchemy. They recommend making 60 minor healing potions. And then using those 60 and 60 briar thorn. And then making 32 bruiseweed and 32 briar thorn for normal healing potions. Well, I don't need Peace Boom or Silverleaf for anything else, so even if the stuff is cheap on the auction house. Actually, I could sell these and then just buy those potions. Well, actually, no, I need level 60. I'm jumping ahead here. I don't have quite enough stuff. The guide actually doesn't even say you need Earthroot, so I'm gonna sell the Earthroot.
Warm wishes to you.
I wish you could choose. You had more control over it. The flexibility on the SOD version. Like having to go in here and to do it is chafing to me. Trade goods. Yeah, that's fine.
May the light embrace you.
Now let's see. Okay, so if I do 5. Okay, so it'll just do 5 at a time in a bundle. But if I here have 21, let's see how it turns out. The lack of information. Oh, okay. If I hover over, I can see the people. And okay. Whatever. Wait, that much? Jesus. In which case I need to buy 15 more peace bloom. Okay, being able to just hit 15 and buy 15 is actually really nice.
Safe journey.
Oh, I started saying it earlier, but I don't think I ever finished. This uninstalled itself on me.
All prices here are reasonable.
Yeah, this uninstalled itself on me. At some point. Between this session and the last.
I hope you find
I didn't tell it to, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh, only 20 silver? Jesus. It feels like a waste, but I'm doing it.
One wishes to you. Be kind
Okay.
to those less fortunate.
Now I've actually clear inventory, and I have more space.
I hope you find something useful. Remain vigilant.
Remember the lessons of the
Huh. DMF Alchemy Quest? Oh, Dark Moon Fair. Oh, okay. Yeah, Cataclysm added that in. I hope people buy some of those stuff I put up. None of it's high tier, but if they'll sell, it'll make me... It'll give me a bit of bloody progress. Okay. Let us move. Actually... I already spent it? Or do you not only get a talent every other level? No, I think you start getting points from 11. So you unlock your spec at 10, and you get a heap of stuff. Then you start unlocking points thereafter. It's been too long since I've leveled the character through Cata's way. And to be honest, when I leveled the character through Cata's way... Actually, I probably did do some alts at the time. But I was going to say it would have been Palanai, and he was already really high level, so I did rat with him. I did hit up ICC, so well, it's a bit different than leveling here. But yeah, I'm doing a course, internet course on, an online course on coding. So, need to finish actually studying it. I've like a week left and 2 more modules. It's nothing hard. I just need to finish reading the ebook and I can pass it. About halfway done, 80 pages left or so. It's taken me 2 hours to get this far. So if I just sit down and can read, focus for a bit, I'll be fine. But my head's been really off for the last while.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Need to get back on some OCD meds. The OCDs are really getting to me as of late. As I mentioned in I actually don't know what video I said it in. But basically, we've all made mistakes growing up in one way or another, minor or major. And like I've overshared when I was younger, and I keep having a flash before my eyes, and really, really fucking mess with me. And it's just, I know, just like constant like, oh, I fucked up there, I fucked up here, stress, It's really just fucking getting to me. And with OCD, you also deal with like intrusive thoughts a lot. And they're freaking me out. So, yeah, it's a fun time.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that yet. It's too far away. That's still ready. I can't cast that spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Them talking about caffeine there, it's just reminding me. Oh, and another issue I'm currently struggling with. I seem to have some issue with milk as of late. I noticed after my son got fucked up back in December with the medication, I had some issue with milk.
I can't cast that. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that.
It just, no, it didn't taste as good. It was
Still recharging.
not right. But eventually it passed. But more recently it's gotten
Still recharging.
bad again. I was having coffee and I would have, like, milk on it. And it tasted sour. Like over 2 days I would have like 6 cups of coffee and 5 would taste sour. And my mum would be having the same milk and her stuff would be fine. It was just my goddamn mouth. And so yeah, it just, I've stopped being able to have milk again on my coffee, which means I can no longer make the cups of coffee I liked. I have to go for a weaker one now. What I used to do was I put in 2 very heaped. I don't know where this dog came from, but I put in 2 very heaped spoons of coffee and a little bit of milk just to take the edge off, and it was nice. It was a strong cup of coffee, but it wasn't too bad, I liked it. But You know, with the mouth being tainted. To my mouth tainted. I can't have it. It just, ruins the coffee, and that, I think, is a bit too strong without a bit to take the edge off of. The blood crystal irradiates a sickly aura that seeps into the water of the cave. Well, blood crystal, is that really what this is called? Because that's very ominous. Certainly it's a blood color, but... Excuse me. It's certainly a blood color, but outright blood crystals feels like a different thing. On the surface, the crystal appears to be a piece of the exit arc. Something has gone terribly wrong with this crystal, however, as it is blood red and is rapidly dissolving into the water supply of the cave. This may explain the unusually aggressive behavior of the animals in Azure Mist. The sound of footsteps shuffling echoed throughout the cave. You stay away from crystals. Die now.
That's still recharged. The spell isn't ready.
I can only assume that they're speaking the language of the Bearmen.
It's too far away. That's still recharged.
I think in Mists, I'm gonna lose that move. I think. They added in those profession abilities. Jesus. For a bit, but then they got rid of them. Monkey. Oh, that actually kind of does look like a monkey. Helmet, ears, mouth, nose, eyes, like shoulders. It's monkey. No, okay. You know what? That is outright a bit of art just hidden on the floor. Maybe it's meant to be the Bearman, but it just looks like a monkey to me. And then it like trails down to this. Less clear what it is. At some angles it looks like an old bearded man upside down. Or like a dwarf, like arms wide, diving towards the ground. Monkey. So a quick way to level is by just grinding dungeons. But if you grind dungeons, you miss out on... Fuck. This quest. If you grind dungeons, you miss out on getting materials. Of course, if you do dungeons, you... You get satchels of helpful goods and 35 silver on top of whatever you get from the dungeon. So you do get a fair chunk of cash, so they're a fair way to get money and XP. You do only get it 7 more times this week. I think after that, you then get a reduced reward, but it's still a fair good way to level and get money outside. I think you still do get a bonus, it's just not as good. Kirkin is a-working. After Crystal Storm had subsided, a beast of myth appeared in our village. Brought here by the invading Wildkin, this beast, the Kirkin, laid waste to our village. Many Stillpine were slain in defense of our lands by this fiend. Many since have lost their lives attempting to subdue the beast. My visions have seen one defeat the Kirkin. The one must be you, Desik. You are our only hope. And the Stillpine hold and slay the Kirkin. Bring me his hide as proof of the deed. I'll turn in my quest to you, then to you, and we'll watch the Bearman charge in and die. These blood crystals that you saw, my scouts have seen many more to the north. Thank you for your aid, but now ask that you leave me to confer with the elders. Go free once I've spoken with the other elders of the village. Belt. This may very well be the opportunity that we needed. I'll send an attack at once. So, fine, thank you for your service, Desic. Stillpine Raiders, the time to strike is at hand. Charge. Now these guys, 44 hit points. They are piss weak. At level 1, I would have had more hit points than them. The level difference would be the only thing keeping them alive. Imagine, like, if you, like, have your 5 friends after doing that quest, and, you all turn it in. Let's say each one summons in their own, like, wave. You might, that would actually be funny. Say if you actually manage to use the, raiders to clear the area. Well, they're actually succeeding against the wildcat. They will fail eventually because they only have 44 hit points. But imagine if you just have enough dudes turning in that quest. You decide, like, fuck it. My entire 40, man guild is going to, go do this quest and turn it in one after the other. Because, like, one turn in summons a wave. So 40 people do it, 40 waves. Might actually clear this place out. As long as they don't obligate themselves to single combat. Monkey. Gurz grunts at you. The promised one has emerged victorious. The prophecy is nearly complete. How about that hide? Take the Kirkin's hide to Mordo, on the other side of the village. Fashion the hide into an item of your choice. Kirkenstocks, a parody of Birkenstocks, or hide jerkin. Neither are really good for me, but might go for that if only for more. Actually, no, that for money. Beast of Myth, more like 1 gold 1 gold 26 silver. Sorry, 1 silver 26 copper. If only. Hello, hero. The strongest armor I've ever made. Make good use of it, Desic. Indeed. Make good use selling it. The hold is saved, and soon my people will make their way back to their ancestral home. The prophecy has come to pass, and a new age of prosperity begins for Stillpine. But a fear of the darkness looms ahead for your own people. There are questions left unanswered, visions of prophecy unseen. Turn to your leaders and tell them what you've seen here. And promise one, should you ever acquire the age of Stillpine, you have merely to ask. And, like, I wonder what's, going on with the Stillpine, How are they doing? How have they, recovered? Where are they now is always kind of nice, So what we're to get from those raiders is they did actually manage to clear the place out. With the gutting we did of the owl beasts, the the Kirkin and the Beast commander, chieftain, they were able to do the job. Even if what we see is them fail because of how like underhealthed they are. That's just for like mechanical reasons. Because it'd be really annoying if every time someone completed the quest, they actually succeeded in clearing the place out. Because it would make it very hard for anyone else to do it. People would also be griefing with it. Or at least trying to. So, yeah. I am missing the like the design of the other auctioneer where we can set it up to like launch in particular sized groups. But I suppose it doesn't matter if people like say if they also have it and they can just say, buy in, buy 15 of them. It does make a difference. Like it doesn't matter if I'm selling it in groups of 1 or groups of 20 if they're just buying the 15 they want and that's it. So I just need to get used to the new design.
Good fortune.
And as you can see there, don't have to do the quest anymore. Removed in Cata. Yeah, I'll grab that. Ooh, Inquisition. I remember that.
Seek the path of
Devun, is that you? Yes, Sahana. It's me. It's me. Your signal's weak. I can barely hear you. Breaking up. Aching up. Zahana. I have to get this thing fixed.
Arcanon Poros.
Visions, you say? Interesting. The prophecy's come to pass. But you say they saw the power core of the Exodar. That Oros was also in the vision. What could it mean? Oros? Is that the Draenei in the Exodar? Because could this be foreshadowing Legion?
May your days be long and your hardships. Good health.
You've survived the wilds of a new home.
Do not lose faith.
Sealed. Never remember that happening before. One, two. I keep stopping and starting. Mind drifts, panic. I need to just get back on to medication. I'll be fine then. Or just become less paranoid over a shot. That would be nice too. I've been thinking about making my own game. I just don't know what we could do. Thinking making something based off what my story I'm trying to write could be done, but well, I'm not sure in the viability of it really. Something in like RPG Maker, yeah. So Just a spitball.
The legion will fall. Good health. Long life.
One, two, three. I'll be stopping soon. What are you after? Speak up. 20 apprentice riding. Do you no longer have to do mount trainings like for each type? Probably dropped in Cata. Torellis adjusts his eye patch to look at you. This is the best we can offer the hand of Argus. Torellis sighs. Alright, let me have a look at those orders. Is he crazy? Trusting something like this to some no-name Draenei youngling. Just remember this, kid. You'll never make it as a hand of Argus. You don't have the guts. I guess I'll have to humor him this time. Speak with Vorkan at Kessel Crossing on Bloodmist. Just follow the road north from here, and when it forks, just keep going north. Oh, my elbow. I do like Vashir. They're saying it's the worst zone in the game. I do actually kind of like it. It's different and it's kind of interesting. It's probably certainly not a quick place to level through, though. Gotta be honest. All I can read there, the spelling is wrong, I think. But all I can see there is FF14. You know, the city, Alda, or whatever it's called. I miss FF14, but I can't really justify playing it with the crippling mistranslations they've done with it. So I think what I've been set on doing is going back to the game. I'm on my way to a particular boss fight I've wanted to do for a couple of years now, actually. He's got a very fun theme. So I want to go there, fight him, hear the team, try and sing along with it as I'm killing him. Yeah, I'm on my way to a particular boss. I want to get through the quest between me and Dan, get to the boss, fight him, and try and sing along with his team as I'm killing him. Because it's a very fun team. And then call quits there. And be done with, FF14. because the translation is botched, is completely botched, and I see no point in playing through the game if I'm not actually getting the game story. Like with WoW, you're getting a story, but it is half-assed, but you're actually getting the story. With FF14, you're getting it filtered through someone else who doesn't really care for preserving the original. According to one claim I've seen floating around, there was one conversation about from Mimodi. She's the person who runs the Adventurer Tavern in Alda, and she gets poetic for a moment, and that's all there is to it in the Japanese version. And the English version actually translates it, but then adds a line of her then mocking it as like, how silly or foolish it was to go like that. Downplaying and insulting it. I don't see a weapon on these guys.
Good fortune.
Blade of Argus. But yeah. She gets poetic for a moment, or sentimental. She says something, and that's all there is to it in Japanese. But the English version adds a bit of her mocking it after accurately translating it. Other times they'll just mistranslate things. Like, the good god and evil god are both obligated to work through servants. They can't do anything in the world unless they're working through a servant. Here's the thing. They mistranslate it as the servants are obligated to do the will of the god. We're not. Us, the player, and the enemies choose to serve our particular entities. We choose to. We aren't actually obligated. If we decided to flip them off and walk away, we could. We are not obligated. The gods are obliged to us. We're not obliged to the gods. We're not their slaves. Nor are the enemies their god's slaves. But the English version translated it otherwise. And I think oftentimes, when they go for the fancy dialogue, that's not actually in the original. They wanted to give it a more fancy vibe with their D's and thous and all that, but that's not actually in the original. The towels, I'm not sure if that applies to FF14, but I want to say I've heard it for some expansion. It's not expansion, for some Japanese game. They try to fancy up the dialogue when the original Japanese was normal Japanese. Like, non-fancy. It wasn't like their equivalents of D's and thous, I think that applies as well to FF14. They also apparently got the whole powers of the in FF14 they talk about the echo, but that's apparently mistranslation. The echo would have been better translated as transcendence, and is a boon we got not from Hydaelyn. Many random entities in the world have transcendence. We're one, our enemies are another. Random other characters separate to the whole, White versus Dark War have transcendence. Transcendence is something else entirely. You know the boon we got from Hydaelyn? The ability to talk to Hydaelyn. Then occasionally we get to, at the end of the base game, we got that one power boost to survive or defeat an enemy. That was a Hydaelyn stretching her powers. But, a standard kind of thing, the only boon we got from Hydaelyn is the ability to talk to Hydaelyn. Transcendence was separate from her. But they mistranslated and lump it all into one and call it the Echo. This is if double perfect KO, double critical KO is to be believed. They're over on Twitter and they're on YouTube. They have a series, a realm rewritten or something. They're playing through the FF14 main storyline in Japanese and then translating it over. So, basically, if I was to keep playing FF14, I would want to play it like that, but I don't speak Japanese. I don't know the language. I've also played so much of it wrongly that, I'd have to start a new character and level all over again. And redo all those quests. So, it's just not an option. They've said themselves they don't want to turn people off the game, but if I'm not getting the actual game, I don't want to play it. Like, fuck that. Why should I pay 20 odd quid a month for someone's bastardization? I like playing the market house too much. I can't say no to those hirelings. So, fuck that. If they want my money, then they can actually do their job right. Because I was willing to pay it up to hearing that. But, and like, you remember Valkyria Chronicles? Apparently that's quite Japan Day Tripper. I think the Double Perfect KO is his brother. They're somehow connected. I've seen them talk to each other, at least on Twitter. I thought they said brother, but I can't remember. He was doing a similar thing for Valkyria Chronicles and for Metaphor, which I've actually covered on the channel before. Metaphor apparently is terribly mistranslated, and Valkyria Chronicles is as well. They will like change a character from saying, oh, welcome back, Commander, or well, Lieutenant, or should I say Commander, into just being a giggly schoolgirl. Like when she was a formal soldier, They'll just completely mistranslate her character. Or have her throw around the phrase badass. Oh, it looks like they took a level in badass. And it's like, that's not what they said. Ugh. I was saying it before in the anniversary videos, but there's the whole like MMO industry side of the industry is dog shit. Okay, so here's World of Warcraft. The writers will retcon things at a moment's notice and change the lore if they have to shift so much as a step to the left walking down the road because there's like a bit of dog shit on the ground. They'll just, proceed to plow right through it and keep going. They won't shift a single step over to avoid it. So, like, they'll sell you a lore Bible and then retcon it because it doesn't let them do what they want as they want when they feel like it. You FF14, unless you can speak Japanese, you're getting someone's bastardization of it, where he just had fun and like inserted swears where there wasn't any, and Tal's balls non-canon. He just wanted an epithet in the game, not an epithet, but profanity of a sort. He wanted that, so he inserted it, even though no one ever says anything anyway like it. You want to play Guild Wars 2? Well, get ready to be, mugged at the coin shop. Like, seriously, like, random enemies can drop chests that take up your limited inventory space. While you can get those keys for those chests in-game, you're limited to one a week from a particular quest chain. It's early on in the game, but still, you have to run it once a week for one key, when you may get many chests in that 1 week. Limited inventory space. You're also, like, your material you can mine is limited based on your equipment, unless you pay money, in which case you're not. Your equipment also wears out, unless you pay money. And I'm sure there's more beyond that. The game is at the very least free, but that whole monetization pisses me off. There's solid RPGs out there. There's solid RTSs out there. There's solid games out there some, like, with good gameplay, good writing, there's solid games out there. But then you look at the MMO world, and their major flaws, whatever way you look. It's like looking at fucking World War II, plastic surgery. You're not getting a looker here. So, anyway.
The Legion.
Well, you made it this far. Let's put you to work before you get too bloodied up.
Good health, long life.
One thing we learned in our travels is that extreme care must be taken when introducing wildlife from one world to another. When the Exeter crashed, it was carrying specimens of various outland species, including an insectoid predator called the Ravager. If you were fleeing a genocide, I'm surprised you could take, specimens like this. They may have just been there rather than, anything else. Like, oh, we got to get the Ravagers on board. They might have just been there already, like, and they've just been kind of like working around them. How they've been fed and cared for over those decades, who knows? I'm starting to feel Buzzard didn't think too much about this. Some of the specimens were lost, but many survived and took to the wild. If we don't keep them in check, they will upset the natural balance here on the islands. You'll find these Ravagers to the west of Kessel's Crossing near the coast. 1, 2. I'm just going to gather up these quests, then I'm going to go to bed. I'm Kessel, Lord of the Elk, disciple of the Hand of Argus. Are you the new recruit? I might do that now and end on that. We'll get this first. Hello, Paladin. My Kessel's over there. He's a clever one. I'll be real careful in my dealings with him if I were you. He offered me work caring for the elk, and being the fool I was, I took him in feeding, training, and the like. Things became real clear when he handed me the shovel. I made a wonderful discovery, Paladin. On the uncorrupted part of the island grows a remarkable fruit called a sand pear. Found near the bottom of the trees. I've been preparing pies from them, but if I'm not careful, the elk will start to wander over and steal my fruit. I think I'm gathering enough to share with the animals, but my stores are gone and the craving for pie has returned. Would you be willing to help gather the fruit I need for another batch of pies? I'll promise I'll share. I've gotten really good at reading, even when my eyes lose focus. But I'm so paranoid about it. 1, 2. God, I've stopped and started too much. I'm going to cross the 300 threshold mark at this point. Including SOD. The Kessel run. Star Wars reference. You're just in time, Dezek. Blood elf activity in this area has doubled in the past week. Our agents have informed us that the Blood Elves that call themselves Sunhawks, that the Blood Elves that call themselves Sunhawks plan to launch an offensive upon Azure Mist soon. I need you to get a warning out to our allies and compatriots. Warn High Chief Stillpine at Stillpine Hold, Exarch Manalius at Azure Watch, and Admiral Odysseus at Odysseus' Landing. Can't remember if I said it earlier. Time is of the essence. I'm lending you my elk. Be sure to keep it out of the water. In Classic, in WoW, up to a certain point, if your mount went into water, you got dismounted. And since this is just a temp buff being cast on you, you wouldn't be able to remount. Damn, I can't get the herbs. Fuck. The greatest curse. But, but yeah. Yeah, the... I was hoping I could just skip over, but no. Don't think so. But yeah, yeah, and up to a certain point in WoW, if you went into the water on a mount, you would just get dismounted. Burning Crusade was seemingly still that time. Um, but I believe Cata changed that. But if Kessel Run has been changed to accommodate that, I don't know. Because it may still operate on the old rules. Promise one, we thank you for the warning. The Stillpine tribe will be prepared. You know, I'm surprised none of the Draenei brought a connection between the Blood Elves and the Night Elves. You know? Oh. An overlap in them. Because there are some overlapping features. Been very fitting if I got attacked by the Blood Elf Bandit while doing this. You know, the bandit trying to stop us from warning people. Thank you for the warning, Desic. We'll prepare our defenses. You know, I would like to see another, like, Warcraft RTS. Would be nice. Don't see that happening, though. We'll probably have to grab Reforged and sate myself with the fan games. There's one I know being made with a Draenei faction to it. It's set like on Draenor. Thanks for warning, that we shall prepare. But yeah, it's set on like Argus. Sorry, not Argus, Draenor. It's like Draenei and the like Alliance troops that came over versus the Horde. I think it's following like stories from WoW, but I don't remember the details. It's been a while since I read it, and fuck, I'm gonna be honest, I'm rather tired at this point. So my head's a little murky. Foggy. Maybe better. But here's a story that really brings me back. Here's a quest that really brings me back in a story. I told you it before, and I was like up there telling you, but now I'm actually doing the quest. So I'll say it to you now. I was coming down this way, and it was during the rat pre-patch. And as I'm coming across here, and as I'm going into that archway, I notice zombies. They're attacking one of the guards, and I'm like, oh god, what if they attack me? You know, I'll fail the quest. And I was like stressing about it. I'm not sure if I put that much thought into it, but it was like a guard here. He like went fighting this way. Maybe he was like trying to chase a ghoul that was running away. I don't know. But he was going that way, and there's a horde of ghouls around him. So I'm on my borrowed elk, and I like ride right through and right away. And I was like, oh god, that was awesome. I didn't get attacked. It was so cool. And afterwards I realized that that's because they had aggro on the other guy. They weren't going to randomly hit me because of the aggro mechanics. I didn't really get it at the time when I was younger. But it felt really cool in the moment, you know? And that feeling's still there, even though now I understand how it works. The feeling's still there. Also, a weird thing about the war, remember I was saying about the Chronicles? They're claiming in one of them that the Sunhawks are still seemingly active. And you know that new troll they introduced in BFA? Zappy Boy? he believes that they're actually part of the horde, and he's embarrassed for their antics or something. I can't remember what the wiki said, but yeah. Like, I suppose I can get a character misunderstanding it, but I'm surprised the Sunhawks are still active, given how many years it's been since Burning Crusade and the fall of Keltis and all this. It's weird that they're still active, that there's any more Blood Elf supply, reinforcements coming, supplies coming, especially after we already took out the local leader here and pushed them back. Like, more could have come true since, but you think the Draenei would have been able to establish themselves since I left, you know?
Blessings upon you. Good health.
Well done, Dezek. This was a difficult test of your abilities, but you passed with flying colours. Become a soldier of the Hand of Argus, you must pass many such tests. Have you seen Serpent Men? The ones that call themselves Naga? Kessel spits. They dared make an advance upon this camp under cover of darkness only 3 nights ago. Could believe the audacity of this primitive beast. I need to send a message to their leadership, Dezek. To the northeast is Rat-Scale Lair, home to Lord Zix. Find him, slay him where he stands, and drive this banner through his corpse. Let them know fear wherever they should see your standard. 1, 2. So I'm going to call this here. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything... Well met, I'm Azimi. I often make the walk out here to sell the men fresh fruit and water. Are you hungry or perhaps thirsty?
Seek the path of
But I'm going to call this here. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. But, oh, fuck, I'm tired. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you would like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below, but do include a timestamp, please. I've been slow in releasing these, so by the time these comes out, I'll probably forget details, or, what you're referencing. And depending on how you structure it, you may not actually need to include a timestamp. I may have enough context from what you say, but it's still a good idea, honestly. I've tried to respond to comments without a timestamp before, and it's kind of stressful, honestly. Because it's like, I don't know what they're referencing. But, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. And I hope you join me again soon. Ah. This is cute. I, don't remember this UI for it, or it's been just too long since I've seen it. It's nostalgic. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. Till then, folks, love and peace, baby. And yeah, when the boost becomes available, I'll probably use it on this character to bring him the rest of the way. Probably, anyway. Just for those curious, I'll probably just use the boost and bring him the rest of the way. And somehow I doubt I'll be at 85 before Pandaria comes out, so yeah. I'll see you next time.